Have you ever noticed that the calmest person in the room often carries the most weight? They aren't louder, they aren't aggressive, they don't rush to prove anything, yet when they speak, attention settles. The calm dominance effect rarely looks dramatic, it looks unbothered. In social environments, emotional steadiness is interpreted as structural security. When someone remains composed under mild pressure, the group unconsciously registers them as stable. Stability reduces uncertainty, and reduced uncertainty attracts alignment. What you feel internally when faced with tension often determines how you are positioned. A sharp comment, a delayed response, a subtle disagreement. These moments trigger evaluation. Do you contract? Do you accelerate? Do you compensate? Calm dominance is not suppression. It is visible lack of reactivity. When your tone remains even instead of defensive, when your posture stays open instead of narrowing, when silence is tolerated rather than rushed, the signal shifts. The room recalibrates around perceived control. Often this has nothing to do with authority or status titles. It is about who appears least destabilized by friction. The person who does not overmanage perception often accumulates positional weight without effort. Notice how attention behaves around steadiness. Interruptions decrease, challenges soften, eye contact holds longer. These are not conscious decisions, they are responses to signal coherence. Emotional control equals predictability. Predictability lowers perceived volatility. Groups gravitate toward those who feel internally regulated because regulated presence stabilizes collective dynamics. Calm dominance does not announce itself. It is inferred. It emerges when pressure meets composure and finds no visible crack. Watch what changes when reactivity is replaced with pause. When disagreement is met with steady tone instead of justification. The interaction often shifts without escalation. Dominance expressed through force requires maintenance. Dominance expressed through calm often sustains itself because it signals internal anchoring. The mechanism is simple. The person who appears least threatened by tension appears least dependent on approval. That perceived independence increases structural weight. And once you recognize that steadiness under subtle strain shapes hierarchy more than volume ever will, the pattern becomes clear. Power often moves toward the calmest signal in the room.